Hey, what's up, diggers? Prospect here with Watcher of Realms. Welcome to the channel. We're going to be going over N9-29. Very hard campaign stage. It's a battle against a boss. If you're interested in figuring out how to do this, stick around. Fair warning, it's very hard, very difficult, very endgame stuff. Without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so as I said in the intro, this is very late game to end game kind of stuff. It's going to require some pretty decent heroes. And then at least, if not decent heroes, it's going to require some really good gear. Anybody who's going and saying epics only or anything like that, and they're running Solvan Arcana sets with 20k attack on their epics and, you know, 75k BP, kind of nonsense. One or the other is going to happen. You're going to either have to have really good gear or mediocre gear with really good heroes or something along those lines. Otherwise the stage is fairly hard. Recommended BP is 720k. You're gonna need a lot of that, 720k, and it's gonna be hard to get there because of the requirement for defenders and healers that you're going to bring. Let's look at the map. We have Herbis, the Forbidden Scholar. He's range, magic, common armor, has high magic res, so he's vulnerable to physical damage, immune to all CC effects. He has the Sublime Twin Star, targets the heroes with the highest and the lowest max HP on the field, dealing significant single target true damage to the former, and AoE true damage to the latter, and the latter is adjustants heroes. Otherworldly Corruption, corrupts all tiles on the path, dealing continuous damage to heroes on the corrupted tiles. Space-Time Rift, occasionally applies Otherworldly Corruption to 2 random tiles. Corruption Burst, all corrupted tiles will explode, dealing magic damage to all 2 heroes deployed on them. The explosion will remove the otherworldly corruption effects. And then Implode, when the myth creator is broken, the Sage's Stone will be exposed. And here's the Sage's Stone. This is when you defeat him. It's like the 3rd time, I think. Yeah, like the 3rd time you beat him, he turns into the Sage's Stone. Immune to all CC effects, and that includes block. He just kind of cruises along down the map here, right through your heroes, so you gotta just do enough damage to take him out before the end. The Fool is not a really big deal. He kind of comes out and you'll see him on the map, and I'll show you how you just take him out without really trying. Supreme Destroyer activated is Iron Shell 2, physical damage reduction plus 60%, magic damage reduction plus 60%, and I believe this is applied on top of the Destroyer. It's kind of hard to tell with the way they set up the guide here on the map. We have some Restorers, and we have Uncommon Destroyers. Let's go over the heroes. And you're going to need to bring 3 really good defenders. They don't need to have unyielding, but they do need to have that 90 plus K HP and a good amount of defense as well. For me, I'm going with Hars, Brokir, and Oleg. You could switch out Hars for Isolde. It's probably required almost to bring Isolde to have that extra shield. Brokir could be any defender. Let me look here quick. You know, you can go with Aveline, you can go with, yeah, that resets that. You can go with Livian, maybe Baron. All these defenders will work. You can go with the Lion Man, Regulus. As for healers, Vortex is probably a requirement as well. I'd bring them for just the extra shields on your heroes as you're going. Eloin, not necessarily a requirement, but you do need somebody to have like significant heals along those lines. And then Aelin is not a requirement either. It's just I'm using her as a healer, and she's cheap, and it kind of makes things go a little easier. As for their stats on the healers, you do want to get to that, you know, 40, 50k HP, just to let them make sure that they can take a hit. Don't focus too much on attack. Focus on the HP. Try to get attack bonus in the substats with attack speed. Abomination is going to kind of act as a defender slash fighter, which is kind of what he is anyways. I do have him in a good set. He is in the Night Terror set. I know it's a crit rate angle, but if you see his stats, you understand. He's 20.4k, 42k HP. He's crit capped at 280 crit damage. This is a very good build for him. And every time he activates, or increases his damage by 25% after making crit hits. So as for his artifact, to help him stay alive, I went with the Lunacy Visor, and I think that's pretty highly suggested. Even though he's got a healer on him, it's still nice to have. And then we're going with Araka. She's really only in there for the lore bonus. I don't really need her for anything else. You could go with Iovar or Lunaria. Just a little extra stats on Silas. That being said, Silas stats need to be pretty high for this comp that I'm going with. Mine is at 92k PP. He's an Infernal Roar, 12k attack, 400 crit damage, crit capped, 1.2 second attack interval, and his HP is 21.8k, just to help him stay alive. I did focus on some HP in his sets, and artifact is a maxed out Spirit Siphon. We are focusing on a one-shotting the boss when he first comes out and spawns, so it's pretty important that he is built really well. As for Hatsuit, she's in a Soulbound Arcana set, and she's at 13k attack, 370 crit damage, crit capped, 1.1 attack interval, and her HP is at 22k. For an artifact, she's going with Eagle's Gaze to help ignore the defenses of the enemies. I think that's it for the overview of the heroes. Let's go ahead and jump in. Right off the bat, starting off at 0 cost, here's the Fool spawning right here. I'm going to go ahead and put Silas right up here. We are using Araka, so you want to have some distance. The boss is going to spawn right here. And next I'm going to place Aelin, a healer. She is in an Invig set, so she will boost his attack to help him even more. And as soon as I'm able to, Oleg's going to go right up here just to hold these guys back, because we're not actually going to fight them. We're just going to hold them back until we kill the boss, and then they'll all die. We're going to put Hatsuit right here. And as soon as the boss spawns, he starts taking damage. Go ahead and activate Silas and activate Hatsuit. Before I get too far, I'm going to move myself up here. That works. He's gonna, once he dies, all the heroes will come back. You get your cost back, and they're all ready to spawn. And immediately we're gonna put Broke here, right here. Oleg right here. Abomination right here. Oleg and Abomination will never move from that position. And then we're gonna put some heals on. As soon as we can, we're gonna put Hatsuit right up in this spot right here. He's gonna help take care of the spawns. Activate her ultimate as soon as you can. Abomination should take care of that. Silas is going to go right here. Hopefully he lives like he's supposed to. Wait till these 4 are killed. Silas, stay alive. We can place right away Elwyn right here. This is for later. As soon as these guys are gone, activate Silas. And you're going to hit Hatsuit as well. And try to help with shields from Vortex. And then we're gonna pick up Broke here as soon as he dies. You're gonna see how this is gonna transition here. Okay, he's gone. Your heroes do not come back this time. Pick up Broke here. Now wait until he comes up and spawns. Remember, Eloin can cover all this area here. I like to place him right here. And then I can place Aelin right here. I know Silas died. It's kind of expected. And we're just going to hang out. Let me see if I can get a spot to put her where she can hit. Yeah, I'll just put her right here. Works. We're gonna just kind of hang out and wait for a Silas respawn timer to come back. There's gonna be some enemies coming from the left side, and we're gonna take care of that with Hatsuit, so it's not really a big deal. Kind of a waiting game. Activate Araka just to get some extra damage out as well while we can. And in this position, I believe. Oh no, it's not yet. It's the next spawn. He can actually. We have a defender right here, and he can actually heal himself. But you can see he is locking up our heroes, so they can't do anything at certain times. Worst case scenario is all 3 healers get locked up and you just have to restart and try again. A little bit of RNG. I think it's 3 at a time. That's what I mean, like the map didn't really say anything about spiderwebbing your heroes and making it so they can't move. Alright, so Silas is ready. We are going to place him back exactly where he was. Right here. Hopefully we can keep him alive this time. We're going to wait for his ultimate to come up, and then we're going to activate it as soon as possible. Anybody gets in trouble, hold on to that Vortex ult just in case, so you can activate it and hopefully heal him up. He locked up Silas in the middle of his ultimate. Another waiting game, he's gonna do that. Here comes some of the mobs. It must be a percentage that you hit here. Now he's hitting his hardening shell as well. Slow it down for a sec. Doing his hardening shell. And then right at this point, he will not take damage from Silas. You barely see the damage come off of him. These guys, when these spiders get right up about here, you want to activate Hatsu's ultimate. And then hopefully Abomination can finish them off over here and they don't get past him. They shouldn't. He's still in that hardening shell, even though Silas is hitting him. You can see this isn't even moving. Okay, he locked up Hatsuit. Vortex is good. Locked up Silas. We're going to activate Silas as soon as he's ready. Hit him again. Sometimes this takes about 3 rounds of doing this. Sometimes it's 2. And if you get really lucky, you can get it 1. Here comes those mobs again. Here comes his hardening shell. As soon as those spiders get up to this area, remember to activate Hatsu's ultimate. She's going to do a better and better job as she goes along taking care of these guys because she's in soul bond. This boss was really hard for me. I like to do these things without using any guides typically. I find it a little more challenging and fun doing that. But took me maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours to figure out a good comp that was actually going to work. I kept trying with Praetus and Comet, and I ended up using mostly Marksman. And sticking Abomination in there. Okay, hopefully this time we can take him down the rest of the way. And I don't mess up the last part of the comp here. Alright, as soon as he goes down, I am going to pick up Silas. I'm going to pick up Hars. And get ready with Brokir. We're going to place Brokir right here. Facing down. The reason I picked up Silas is because he's going to kill him anyways. This way I get a little bit ahead of the game. Yeah, I think we'll place her here. I'm only doing it to try to hold these guys back. These guys get in range up here for Hatsu. Go ahead and hit them. Hopefully you can take one of them out. They do a ton of damage. And we're going to wait for Silas's respawn. We're not too worried about Araka dying. Silas's positioning here. It's going to have to be here. He's going to have a triple heal on him from Vortex, Aelin, and Eloin. And hopefully that can keep him alive. And if not, we have the Wood Elf ready to go. Alright, so he's ready. Go ahead and place our Silas here. Extra heals. As soon as I start doing damage to him, he probably is going to do one of those little healing things. And what he'll end up doing is he'll attack Brokir. He'll start sucking the life out of him. Maybe he's just gonna let me kill him. I don't know. Maybe he's just gonna let me take him down. That's nice. Or we're gonna just stay here. I'm gonna pick up Hatsuit just to help out. You see this little orb. It's gonna keep going around the corner here. We're gonna try to do our best to catch him right here. I'm also going to hopefully hit him with Hatsuit by the time he gets there. Put on 2x. Go ahead and hit. Put her here for now. I think she might be able to get some damage off by the time he comes around. Silas's ultimate is ready. I'm gonna put her right here. Yeah, right here. Then with Silas's ult, hat suits, and that should be it. There you go. Mission complete. And there's gonna be different ways to beat it, but this is like the most surefire way. Works every time. You can kind of sit there forever, balancing your defenders and your healers, waiting for times to bring your Silas back up if he does one shot him or something. Just keep bringing him back up and keep working on killing him. That is it for N9-29. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found it helpful. Join the Discord, it's in the description down below. I'm always helping people out on there. I have other people in there as well that are very helpful to our newer players or pit players that are struggling. We also have takeovers in there. We have hero guides and tier lists, artifact tier lists, all kinds of good things on there right in your Discord server. But until next time, keep digging.